Right, good afternoon, everyone. We're still busy on the topic of quality of performance. And what we're going to be looking at today is we're going to be looking and discussing how the quality of performance can contribute to the success and or the failure of each business function. So you'll remember from grade 10 that there are 8 different business functions. So we're going to look at each of these functions and see how the quality of performance can make it a success or a failure. So first up, we've got the purchasing function, and you'll recall that the purchasing function is about purchasing or procuring, buying things for every other department. So whether it's purchasing new masks for all the departments or stationery for a department or the raw materials for the manufacturing, that is what the purchasing function does. So now when we look at the performance of quality within the purchasing function, we need to look at these following functions. Are you buying raw materials in bulk and so getting it at a lower cost and thereby reducing your total production costs? Are your suppliers reliable and do they render the best possible service as well as quality of raw materials or goods that you are looking for and at a reasonable price? Thirdly, are you placing your orders on time and doing regular follow-ups to make sure that your goods that you ordered will arrive on the delivered time? Are you requiring quantities and are these being delivered at the right time and at the right place? How do you maintain your stock? Are you implementing good stock control measures and ensuring that your stock is secured and that theft is not a problem? So it's easy to see that if your purchasing function is carrying out all of these things, then your purchasing function will lead your business to be in a greater successful position. Next, we move on to marketing. So the first thing that the marketing function needs to do is increase their market share. They want to win their customers by satisfying their needs and their wants, and they want to build positive relationships with their customers. As a marketing function, are they differentiating their products in order to attract more customers and giving real value for the products that you are offering? Are they constantly reviewing the value systems within which the business is operating? How is the marketing function communicating? Are they communicating effectively with customers to get the necessary feedback about the customers' experiences with regards to their products or services? And lastly, what pricing techniques are being used in order to ensure that the company gets the competitive advantage over other competitors? Just imagine for a moment that the marketing department puts together a marketing campaign that costs millions of rands and none of that money is recuperated in sales. That would be an example of how the quality of performance has led to an unsuccessful business. Next, we're going to move on to the production function. Right, now the production function looks at products and services should be produced at the lowest possible cost in order to maximize profits. The production function needs to clearly communicate the roles and responsibilities of the production workforce. It also needs to empower workers so that they can take pride in their workmanship. The production function needs to get accreditation from the South African Bureau of Standards or ISA 9001 to ensure that the quality products are being produced. They need to implement quality control systems to ensure that quality building products are consistently being produced. And lastly, are they calculating their production costs accurately so as to ensure that the pricing is in order? We now move on to public relations. Remember, the main function of the public relations officer is to ensure that there is a positive image about the business. So let's have a look at a few points. Does the PR or the public relations department deal quickly with negative publicity? Do they promote regular or positive press releases? Are they implementing sustainable CSI projects? What about getting good results or positive feedback from public surveys on the business's image? And lastly, is there a high standard of internal publicity, the appearance of the buildings, the professional telephone etiquette, the dress of the staff? Are all those things being looked at within the business? Now, moving on to the administrative function. Remember, admin is about collecting data, processing that data so that we can use it for information. So, is it fast and reliable data capturing and processing systems? Is reliable information available to management on time? Is relevant information available for quick decision making? Are complaints handled quickly and effectively? Is technology being used efficiently? And are all systems and processes documented? This is a vital function of the administration function to ensure that data information is available as quickly and as accurately as possible. The financial function has a huge role within a business, and really remember the business operates mainly to create or make a profit. So, are you getting capital from the most suitable or available sources and paying the lowest interest rates? Are you negotiating better interest rates in order to keep financial costs as low as possible? What about budgets? Are you drawing up budgets to ensure sufficient application of the money that you have, and to ensure that there is no wastage? Financial records need to be kept up to date all the time, and they need to be accurate for tax payments. Are you drawing up accurate financial statements regularly so that management can review these and see how the business is doing and where they need to cut back on expenses? We only have two more functions left. So the second last one is the human resource function, and some of the things that this function needs to do to ensure that they are performing to their best possible ability. The recruitment policy. Does it attract the best possible candidate for that job? Is there a fair and equitable selection process? What about salaries? Are these salaries market related? Are they enticing employees to come and work for you? Next, what about performance? Are we incentivizing our employees so that they perform even better? Relationships. Are we working on building good relationships with employees? In terms of turnover, what are we doing to ensure that we have a low staff turnover? I really like this picture because it really deals with what the HR is about. How are you selecting? Are you getting the best possible people in? Are you motivating them and training them so that you're getting the best performance out of it? And then what are you doing to keep them? Are you paying them salaries that are market related? Are you incentivizing them? Are you building positive relations? So if you're anything like me, I like to learn from pictures, and just looking at this picture makes remember all those other points that we spoke of. We are now on to the final business function, and that is the general management. And I purposefully put a triangle to help us remember the different hierarchies, the different levels of management. Right, so what does this general manager has to do in terms of performance and quality? They need to develop and monitor effective strategic planning. Right? They need to learn about and understand changes in the business environment on a continuous basis. They're responsible for setting the direction and establishing priorities for the business. The general manager must communicate the shared vision, the mission, and the values effectively, and they need to do this consistently too. They need to set an example of the expected behavior in terms of ethics and professionalism. And they need to ensure that employees have the necessary resources to do their work and allocate the resources effectively. I just want to reinforce that you will be asked to either explain or discuss how the quality of performance can contribute to the success or the failure of each business function, as well as possibly outline the quality indicators. So how are you going to see if a general manager is doing their job well? Well, number one, are they communicating? Do people have a good idea of what the strategic plan is? Is there a sense of shared values? Does everyone know the vision and the mission of the business? I hope that that has helped, and all the best for your future studies.